course, did beat him at the Masters last year in pretty pulsating atmosphere at Alexandra Palace in London. Average frame time in the match is only 12.5 minutes. This frame's been going 9 and not a ball has been potted.
It's still fascinating though, isn't it? Who's going to take the first pawn in this game of chess with balls? So crucial, whoever gets in first here into a situation of the reds, of course. That's why they're giving it every ounce of concentration, even with the safety shots here.
Well, you can't blame him for taking a bit of time to work this out. I mean, he's seen firsthand the foremost Sullivans in the scoring form. Just can't afford, with the balls where they are, to leave him a red.
As he spotted a red into the left centre pocket, took it on. So Williams, the first to balk.
Thank you. That's enough now.
Thought, well, it was worth to go if it went in.
Well, he won the little battle, the safety duel, but he hasn't taken advantage. Mark Williams was out of his seat pretty quick there, sensing now a chance, a big chance in the opening frame. His highest break of the day, 91 in frame 3. He had 3 other breaks in the 60s before the first interval.
Three. Four.
Yeah, the situations like this that Mark Williams would have been hoping for, particularly early on in this evening session. He's got to try and score from this and win the frame one visit.
Seven.
Black is tied up. Try and play for the pink and blue here.
8.
Just having a look if the pink is spotted. Will the pink be tied up as well? Let's see where the pink goes, and will it be available to into any of the pockets?
14.
Maybe available just into the left centre, but that's no good to mark.
$15.
It's gone wrong. Trying to make something happen
20.
there. You didn't have a great angle on the blue, but trying to bring some reds and even that pink into play there, but no good. I'm just going to have to cut this one in from distance. So chance missed.
Mark Williams, 20.
Quite a clever shot there from Ronnie Sullivan, using the red off the cushion into the pack and freeing up the pink now. Puts a little bit of extra pressure on Mark Williams here. The proximity of this red to the left corner pocket is making the safety shot a lot more difficult. If he does play safe, he may be forced to take another red on here.
Man, she can't quite get comfortable here with his bridge hand. But in it goes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the big colours have gone awkward as well. I mean, about 5 minutes ago, the table looked right for scoring, but things have sort of gone wrong, and now blue and pink sort of tied up together off of this shot, black on the cushion, so it's hard work.
Ronnie Sullivan, 1.
Remember, it's 24 years since they last played each other in a ranking final. It seems bizarre, really, considering that between them they've won 66 ranking titles.
Good attempt to get the cue ball back into the bulk area, but has he left this red? No, he hasn't, so it's not too bad. He's not looking on the red into the left corner. He obviously feels it doesn't pot.
One.
It's a terrific pot, this. Look where the cue ball is here, hand on the cushion.
Four.
So, a chance for Sullivan to get going in this final session.
Five.
It's 30 years ago to the day that he won his second ranking title. He won the UK Championship, he won the British Open on this day in 1994. Tonight he's looking for his 42nd. And if anything, his focus this season has been better than ever. When he's turned up, he really has turned up, determined to win tournaments. He's already won 5.
12.
And in every one of them, and it's been the same even today, there's been these bursts of inspiration. We saw it against Gary Wilson, the way he finished off. We saw it against Ding, against Ali Carter in those big finals. Just finding that extra gear.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. He's able to, even when players have come close or threatened him, he's had to go up those extra few gears
19.
every single time. When he goes to the tank, he's always got it there in reserve and in abundance.
$25. 26.
Well, does this red go right through the gap?
32.
No, it doesn't. Didn't play on it. Played on the one that's closest to this right corner pocket. Just wondering, could he play a little deft little shot here? Cue ball behind the black. Could snooker Mark Williams and all everything here. No, missed it.
Ronnie Sullivan, 32.
Yeah, it feels like an opportunity missed, but that's been the story of this frame, really. It's after the sort of exhibition almost that we saw at the end of the first session. It's a cagey start to the night. This is already, in fact, the longest frame of the whole match. Oh, what a pot that is.
Well, this is just a shot that's synonymous with Mark Williams and his technique and the way he plays the game. Just such a wonderful putter. Full-blooded, Dead weight almost. Fantastic.
Six. Seven. Twelve. Thirteen.
You say it, all square and points. Will he be very disappointed with the cue ball there? He's just let it drift towards that cushion. Can't get close to these reds.
18.
It was a great pot. The cue ball was always going back down the table. Even so, terrific cueing again. But this green, it feels a bigger shot because obviously he's going to play for the red. He's going to take it on. Not this time.
Mark Williams, 19.
As he left it, he might have got away with this. He's having a good look. Is he on the red? Maybe not. And that is a stroke of luck, and he has to swerve this slightly. He could try and take the red on up into the green pocket. No, he's swerving around it. Very dangerous. Great shot. Yeah, yellow's in an awkward position, so pot the yellow and get back on the yellow again. Oh, what an important frame this will be for Mark Williams.
3. Five.
Yeah, of course it's one match, but it's 2 sessions. I'm sure Williams was happy to see the first one end when it did. Sullivan was on the rampage, but that was a few hours ago. We've restarted. It's been quite an edgy start. Williams needs brown and blue to win his first frame since the 4th.
12.
This is going to be some night, isn't it? These 2 great players putting on a show for this big crowd. Can't beat it.
17.
So,
And the
a
frame, Mark
29-minute
Williams.
frame to open the evening. It's gone to Mark Williams, who stops O'Sullivan's run. O'Sullivan leads 5-4. The previous winners of this Johnston
Thanks,
Plate Tour Championship, Ronnie O'Sullivan was the first back in 2019, Stephen Maguire, Neil Robertson twice, Sean Murphy. It's a relatively
Thank
new
you,
event,
frame
but it's
10.
already become
Mark
established
Williams
as
to
a
break.
really big one. Of course, the culmination of the Players' Series. O'Sullivan himself won the World Grand Prix Mark Allen, the Players' Championship.
Yeah, once again, got his break right, as he has been doing all week. 2 cushion escape from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Doesn't
Foul
want to leave
and
a
a
free
miss.
ball. When he
Mark
hasn't,
Williams.
he's okay. We'll go back.
Olivia Martil from Belgium doing the honours here. The officials have got a busy few weeks ahead of them. The World Qualifiers start in the morning. Of course, the Crucible in a couple of weeks.
One look, please. Okay. Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, hit the red, but of course, we're disappointed leaving this red for Mark Williams here. Chance.
One. Eight. Nine.
Unlucky not to be on the pink, but he can cut this blue in. Cue ball between brown and green, and back up down the right hand side of the table. Maybe screwing it in. Yeah, screwed it in, played it more difficult. One. Oh, where's this blue going to finish? Oh.
Mark Williams, 9.
Yeah, Williams fortunate not to have left an easier red, certainly. And that's the thing, isn't it? For all the analysis that you can do and the records and all that, a little bit of ball run here and there, you know, can make a difference. It will at various points for both players.
He's taking this red on. Very missable. Very, very missable. Certainly not left anything easy here for Mark Williams.
Well, you need such a strong nerve, don't you, at this level? And he's demonstrated again. Tough pot, middle of the pocket. He's in again. And it's easy to say in interviews, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to take my shots on. You actually, you know, when you're there, you've got to make a decision, I'm going to play that way or not. And he has done. And he continues to.
Eight.
We talk about the World Championship qualifiers. You know, 7 years ago, Mark Williams was in them. He didn't get through. And it was the 40th year at the Crucible. He didn't attend the celebrations. He was in a bad way. His wife, Joanne, helped him through that. And, of course, he teamed up with Sightright. And a year later, he won the World Championship again. It was a remarkable story, remarkable fortitude to dig yourself out
15.
of a position where it looked like your career might have been over. Well, his
16.
career, and indeed this final, are far from over.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Didn't cue that very nicely. Okay, he's on the red, but wanted to be on it
23.
straighter so he could stay on the black.
$24.
Yeah, just showing his wonderful, not only his talent, but his temperament.
28.
So cool. So courageous. And when he has to be
29.
clinical.
Yeah, and I'm sure Williams feels, you know, he can't afford to show O'Sullivan that he's been intimidated by the way he played
34.
this afternoon. He's not going to go into his shell. He's going to say, no, I can do the same.
36.
Well, that's gone wrong.
43.
Just didn't get enough top spin just to keep that cue ball spinning through the reds. Stopped in its track. He's having a look to see, does this red pass the blue? It does. As you can see, very difficult, and cue ball very close to the red. Got to be careful of a push shot here as well. Oh, look at this for a shot. Look at this for a shot.
44.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just past the blue. Great shot.
How do you fancy this black, though? Doesn't get any easier, does it?
Yeah, but it's the type of shot that he likes. Doesn't mind playing off the cushion. But there is pressure on it. No pressure. No problem.
Well, it's been a remarkable break, this. Another great shot. As you say, it's the
51.
pressure. You know, it's a massive occasion, this. A massive prize up for grabs. Williams is a couple of balls away from levelling up.
Fifty-two.
Well, exactly the start to the night he was looking for. He's shown his guts, he's shown
58.
his determination, his poise, all the characteristics you need in
59.
these big finals.
$66. $67. $69. $70.
Williams has compiled 4 centuries in the tournament.
77. 78.
Some of the balls he's potted, though, in this tournament. He could have his
81.
own hot shots competition with himself, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could have his own
82.
reel, couldn't he? That red into the right centre with the cue ball was so close to. Oh, it's one of the best shots, not only of this match, but of the week, for sure.
$84. 86. $89.
Well, we eulogised over both players and their route to the final and how
93.
they played in their careers and what they were going to serve up in this final. They certainly
98.
served us up a treat.
Yeah.
Snooker.
And it's Mark Williams who has come to the fore as the evening begins. This for the century. It's his first to the final. It's the fourth of the final. What a final it's turning into. And what a break this has been. Cool little double, is it, to finish? Not quite, but 104 from Mark Williams. Showing once again what a courageous player, what a great...
Frame 11. Ronnie and Sullivan to break.
these long matches, and we'll see it at the World Championship, of course, they often have their sort of rhythms. Williams on top in the first mini session. O'Sullivan obviously completely dominated the second. So far, Mark Williams on top in this one.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Again, just looking for the thin edge.
Good mark. Okay, Ronnie, thank you.
Well, a very aggressive safety shot from Mark Williams. And always when you hit the pack at that pace, you're always wary of a red going over a corner pocket. Good thing for Mark Williams is the black and the pink are tied up. Ronnie's last pot was over 22 minutes ago.
One. Yellow ball. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. Thanks, Mom.
Beautiful. Wonderful pace, perfect connection on the red. And we've got Ronnie O'Sullivan here in a spot of butter. Played some good safety. Mark Williams in this match. Oh, this is a wonderful shot. So close to going in off there. That's a tremendous return. Nice acknowledgement from Mark Williams. He's left Ronnie Sullivan a possible pot into the left centre, but doesn't come without risk. I think he's going to shape up to have a go at it. Yeah, he's having a look at it, picking his angle. No, that's wonderful.
One.
Excellent shot. He's on the green. Now, can he putt this green and get on to the next red? It's pretty good. And putting this red, he can bring the pink into play here now as well.
Five.
Oh, lovely shot.
Well, his highest break tonight, just 32 so far, but of course we know, we've seen it all week, we've seen it in the first session, what he's capable of doing. 3 centuries, remember, in those 4 frames.
11.
Seems to have finished dead straight here on the blue.
He's having a good look at the yellow. Does it pass the green? Well, it does. That's no good.
13.
Well, you can see the annoyance because he's hoping that was the start of something. He played some good shots up to that point. Problem started though when he just finished straight on that blue. And from yellow, he lost his way. Just a little walk around the table, just calming himself.
Yeah, and also it gives a little hint of what it means to Ronnie O'Sullivan as well. He wants to put on a show, he wants to win, he wants to win this
Ronnie
battle.
Sullivan, 13.
He wants to play well.
Just a different feel again to this portion of the match than the second half this afternoon. Sullivan at the moment sort of being kept at bay, and when he has been in, hasn't so far been able to do much damage.
Just got to be careful here. He lays, there's enough room to go around the back of this red. Enough room to go around the back of it. And that's exactly what he's done.
One. Six.
Well, is he looking at potting this red and stunning into the red just to the left of the black and try and bring the black into play? That's what he's looking at. Very small window of opportunity here for him. Oh, decided against it. Played the other shot.
Mark Williams, 6.
Chance missed.
Such knowledge, isn't there? So much table craft between the two of them. Williams again finding the ball cushion with the cue ball. As I say, keeping O'Sullivan at bay. And when he is missing, he's not leaving dead simple chances either.
Well, is this red potable? He had a look, Ronnie, before he went back to his chair. Mark Williams now having a good look. If he does, or if he is able to cut it in, the cue ball would be going very close to this bottom right corner pocket. I think it's just too far down the table, the red, to cut it in. Well, it's normal. It's a normal shot that Williams that he gets a high percentage of. He missed that by a long, long way. Chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan, one he's been waiting desperately for, particularly with the black now in open play.
1.
Yeah, as ever, looking to find some fluency. It's been stop-start, it's been difficult. At times the balls have run awkwardly. At times he's made mistakes, but looking to turn it all around and just start scoring again. That's the key to victory. Steve Peters several times a day. It's been a great partnership for him.
5.
Spoken really well, I think, in interviews, positively, and just not getting on his own case too much.
Yeah, all good signs coming from him. And loving this arena and the crowds, of course, as well, have come to see him.
10. $11. 18.
Black available now into both corner pockets. Just got to be a little bit careful with this shot. Yeah, just a little bit wary that he may be snookered on the other red.
19.
He hasn't played that one too well. Bit of work to do with the cue ball here. Gone wrong again. This would really annoy him.
24.
Put the frame at his mercy. That was a poor shot by his standards.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Well,
24.
Didn't want to back away, did he? And he didn't play this one well. He's left it and he's annoyed. You can see the frustration just starting to bubble a little within Ronnie O'Sullivan.
One.
Mark Williams knows this is a big visit. A big, big visit. He will have picked up on the signs himself.
Eight. Nine.
Yeah, it was such a strange shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan, just born out of frustration and not continuing the break. It's a very risky pot to the left centre. Nice little cannon on the two reds there from Mark Williams. Great chance now
16.
to steal another frame.
$17. $20. $21. 28. $29. $34.
So, Mark Williams still going here in this key frame, you feel. Sullivan frustrated at the lack of fluency, frustrated
35.
at things just not quite going his way. Handed the chance here. I'm sure he feels Williams is going to take it.
$40.
This is the key shot. Nice pace, get on the green.
$42.
And he's played it well. 6 points in the lead, so he won't need the sort of pink that's off its spot. Green, brown and blue will be enough.
45.
Could be a very important frame. Context of this whole match as it unveils.
$49.
Yes, Ronnie O'Sullivan will have to find another burst of inspiration. We know that he can certainly do that. We saw it this afternoon, but not yet this evening. And Mark Williams has taken advantage. And Mark Williams back in front. Barring a snooker, of course, 18 in it with 13 on.
Mark Williams, 54.
It's a good sign that Sullivan is going to play for it, actually. He may have just wanted to get on with the next frame, but he's going to give it a go. Well, it was online, wasn't it? Now, traditional here, sort of in or over. Yeah, if you don't poss it, you sort of force your opponent to, or certainly make them keep it out.
Thank you.
Put the great pot on the pink. A great start to the night for Mark Williams, who has edged back in front in the Tour Championship. Yeah, I mean, from O'Sullivan's perspective, it's quite straightforward in this mini-session. He just hasn't scored. Yet.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. Yeah? Can we check, Queenie, please?
Well, he was just asking to see the video still, just to check it's in the right spot.
Just come to my side a little bit
Queenie Lou there on the marker's desk.
more. A little bit more. And this side a little bit, really a little bit. Okay.
You couldn't hit the pack, eh? Okay, Ronnie, thank you. Foul and a miss.
Well, now that
Ronnie
makes a
O'Sullivan
difference
4.
because he'll definitely be going back here. And he'll get a warning. He's got to hit the red this time. Otherwise, he will lose the frame.
Check this for me. Yeah?
So he'll play a different shot.
Ronnie,
He's got to warn him.
if I have to call a miss again, you'll lose the frame.
He definitely wasn't going to miss it this time. Not a bad shot either.
Yeah, he just about allowed Ollie to get the warning in before playing the shot.
Yeah, another high quality return of safety from Mark Williams. This looks a bit pacey, but okay. Yeah, once again, very pacey with the cue ball, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Mark Williams definitely getting the better in the safety department at the moment and dominating. Blue sort of come to Ronnie's rescue slightly. Couldn't have a go at those two reds, just left to the pink. And once again, another good safety. Using the yellow as a blocking ball down the right hand side of the table. Got to avoid the black here. Well, the round we applause, but once again, Mark Williams has his hand on the table. He can have a go at one of these reds.
One.
Oh, what a great pot. He's actually down at 27% today on long potting. You know, it's such a strength of his, but that one was beautifully struck. If anything, a little too well. Well, it's just finished nowhere here, I think.
6.
Yeah, that little bunch of the pink and the reds around it, they were very tightly packed. It needed a lot more pace and a little bit more spin on the ball.
Mark Williams, 6.
Now, what can Ronnie do with this safety return? Got to get that cue ball pretty close to the ball cushion. No, once again. Another mistake.
Yeah, what's changed is the complete freedom he was playing with in those second 4 frames this afternoon. It's gone. Been sort of hemmed in here tonight. Every shot seems big. Been put under pressure.
One.
Mark Williams continuing to pile on the pressure, knocking balls like that in, and he's on the pink.
And that was just a wonderful opening red.
7.
Typical Mark Williams pot. And have a look at the reds now. Try and get the black back on its spot straight away.
8.
The one red, I mean, he has plenty of choices here. There is one red, the one that's just to the right of the black spot, probably blocking the path of the black when it's respotted into the right corner. He may try and get on that here. Doesn't have to. There's plenty of options, as I said, but that's one he'd like to get out of the way. Good play on the one, just below the black spot, just to the right, near the top cushion. It's the bounce.
Thank you.
Not on the red he wanted to be on, but he's still okay. He may have to go for a blue or ball colour off this next red.
$16.
This time he's on it a little bit better. He can pot this red and just stun up into the gap for the black into the opposite corner. Delicate little shot this. Oh, lovely.
20.
Beautiful. Back in prime position.
Yeah, it's Mark Williams who's queuing with freedom now, isn't it? So, what a chance to win the mini session 4-0, lead the final by 2.
27. $28.
Mark Williams, the winner of 25 world ranking titles, including, of course, 3 world championships. He's already the second oldest winner, having triumphed at the British Open this season. Ray Reardon at 50, the oldest.
35.
But he's
36.
certainly not playing an old man's game, is he? This is such great viewing. And at the moment, Williams, with all the momentum, 3 hours playing time.
Yeah, for everything that he's won in the
43.
game, if he did manage to win tonight, it would have to rank
44.
up there as one of his best performances of his glittering career, without a shadow of a doubt, against the greatest in the game. He's really producing some wonderful match play
51.
snooker. With the concentration, knows how important this frame going into the mid-session interval is.
52.
Just wobbled a bit, didn't it, that one? Yeah, it's 10 years since he's beaten O'Sullivan in a ranking event, and he's only beaten him ever in one ranking final. That was the 2000 Grand Prix. It's a one-sided head-to-head. There was a danger it would be a one-sided final, the way O'Sullivan played post-interval this afternoon.
59.
But he's been pegged back, hemmed in, kept out tonight.
$60.
Couple of pots for Williams to take a 7-5 lead at the final interval and to set up what is sure to be a thrilling finish to this Tour Championship final.
67. $68. $75. 76.
Here we are again, another Sunday night, another thrilling snooker final.
$83. 84. $91.
Could so easily, of course, have gone out in round 1. He made that miracle clearance
92.
against Tom Ford, who'd made 4 centuries against him. Those close frames that he won against Judd Trump. Survived the mini comeback from Mark Allen last night. Now then, he still needs the
99.
red for the century. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Oh, shame, but what a terrific display from the Welshman here this evening, the break of 99. He's won all 4 frames since they resumed, and this final has turned again as they head off to the last interval. Mark Williams leads Ronnie O'Sullivan 7-5.
Thank you. Frame 13. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yeah, he had his wind taken out of his sails, didn't he, these first 4 frames. A slowish start with a prolonged frame, and then Williams stepping up. I mean, that century he made in the second frame of the evening was, wow, an extraordinary break, really. So many hard pots in it. Well, if you get close to the pot and you don't even get the pot, the cue ball still does what you hoped it would do, and that's head down the table. Except when you miss them by 6 inches, then you've got no control over the cue ball.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
And he's going to hit a thin edge here. Well, he's got Olivier Martil on the case to have a look. Well, he wanted to hit a thin edge.
Par on the miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
I'm sure he'll get another try at it.
I think it was a slightly clearer path than that. So does Williams.
Yeah, both, yeah. Want it more to the left?
Yeah, sorry. That's all right.
Touch.
No, sorry.
Okay, Ronnie, thank you.
So often this season, the end game of Ronnie O'Sullivan has been excellent. Pulled away from Luca Bracel to win in Riyadh against Gary Wilson in the semi-finals here. Produced his best when it mattered. It won't be lost on Williams that he's very dangerous still.
Good shot. He played it at a fairly unnaturally slow pace. It would have been an easier shot had he punched it in, but he wanted to hold for the pink. It looks an absolutely perfectly played shot. There was not a lot of room to land on that red, and he couldn't have been on it any easier. But now, can he get through the reds onto the black, perhaps? Or would he have to take a shot to play on a lower value colour? He'd love to be on the black, of course. Oh, yes. What a beautiful little cannon that is. It looked nothing, but it was with superb control.
$15. $16.
I think it's
23.
important for O'Sullivan's mood that he makes a few here. That will not improve his mood.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 23.
Just felt that he was going to start coming back on the resumption, as has been the case in all of the frames and sessions so far, and then out of the blue. I mean, I did not see him missing this one. Again, he might have been thinking about getting the black perfect angle, but wow, what a shot that is. Wow. I'll tell you what, that's a very inventive shot. Many players would not have played that. Williams is a real shot maker. And that was a clever shot to take on. It was a gamble.
7.
Most players, I'm sure, would have played to get on a colour to perhaps go into the Reds, but he did everything in one foul swoop there.
Couldn't agree more, Neil. Some players wouldn't have considered it. Other players wouldn't have thought of it. Could pay rich dividends.
8. $13. 14. 19. 20.
He's been quite brilliant all week, isn't he, Mark Williams? That clearance against Tom Ford was, well,
27.
something else. And I don't know if that's just giving him some belief that he could go all the way. He's not been fazed or stressed out by anything as usual. This record against Sullivan, we know, is not great, but he's not frightened of him or anything like that. It's just he's playing the greatest ever. And the last time they played, Williams did win in the Masters. He's given Sullivan plenty to think about this evening. All of his experience.
35.
He needed the interval. And Sullivan swamped him.
36.
That seems quite a long time ago. Since then, plenty has happened and gone his way. Be a big extension of his lead if he could take this. Didn't hold back again.
43.
Would have been unlucky not to be on something.
44.
He said he was going to be bold, and he has been. Also, though, measured. Focused. The way he won that match against Tom Ford that Neil was talking about, it was as though the hand of destiny played its part. So many times over the years, players have won tournaments after miraculously escaping when they seemed destined for early defeat. Is this going to be another such instance?
50. Thanks. 51. 57.
Yes, he just wants to know where he can land the cue ball to be on the bottom red of the two. So again, that's
58.
at the time it was 3 shots away that he was considering. Might look at the pink. Black, of course, most likely shot. Pink would almost guarantee him being on the red. Just got to get this shot right, pace-wise. No worries at all.
65.
Yes, this red and any high-value killer.
66.
Looks like being 5 on the trot if the pin goes in for the Welsh potting machine. This machine is not malfunctioning.
72. $73. $79.
Watching this, you would never believe that Mark Williams has only beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan twice in the last 22 years. Now he stands 2 frames away
85.
from a rare and very satisfying victory.
It's been another marvellous
87.
break. I mean, as I say, I think the first shot of it where he got the bunch open from a red, planting
90.
it onto a red over a pocket, all of these things that were showing a lot of foresight from a very surprising O'Sullivan miss, let's be honest. And when he missed, he
94.
probably still can't quite believe that he missed sitting down there. And he has paid the full price.
$99. $105.
Scoring like a good one, Mark Williams. He must be feeling so confident. Every reason to be, because he's taken this final by the scruff of the neck. For Ronnie O'Sullivan, it's more an off night. There's still time to turn it around, but the sands of time are running low.
I wonder if all the reds are in the way of each other, or is anything that could possibly go. No, I think they're all in each other's way. So he's got away with one there, O'Sullivan. Maybe you can try and pot this. They read off the other one, but I mean, he's such an inventive player, you never quite know what he's going to do next. These days, very adventurous. So what's he got now, O'Sullivan? He doesn't always drop this far behind in one of these sort of huge finals and have to turn it on, but he's going to have to try something. And I think that red in the last frame took him completely by surprise. I don't even think he was thinking about the red, and of course, like anyone else, that's when you do miss them. Considering position, taking it for granted.
We've talked about O'Sullivan's huge lead in their head-to-head confrontations. They've been involved in 5 previous finals, and O'Sullivan's won 4 of those. Williams, though, evergreen.
One.
Well, I think the opening red was slightly more difficult than it looked. It was just off straight.
8.
Seems to be able to locate the angle on a lot of those awkward pots.
9.
I was just to say he was a single ball potter. He kind of is, but there's so much more to his game than just that.
The other thing that's remarkable about Mark Williams for me, he's a player resurrected.
15.
At one point, I was convinced that his future did not hold tournament wins. He's the reigning British Open champion. And of course, if he
22.
wins this evening, what a route it would be to this title. Beating in successive
23.
matches the 3 highest ranked players in the world.
$30. 31. 38. 39.
Oh, this is a little thinner than he would like. And also, Kewell naturally is going to head back to bulk unless he plays it very slowly. Beautiful, beautiful recovery. Bringing it almost
46.
dead weight to the pocket, that black. So the cue ball didn't disappear.
47.
Oh, he's in a real groove, isn't he? Goodness me.
$52. 53.
The best compliment you can pay Williams, he's giving
60.
O'Sullivan at the moment an unpalatable taste of his own medicine. This is what O'Sullivan
61.
often does to his opponents.
Well, he didn't mean to do that, but it won't matter because this red now that he's on, didn't mean to push the other red
68.
just safe. I can't see it making much difference. Yeah, I mean, O'Sullivan was terrific from 3-1 down.
69.
But he didn't play any better than this because you can't really. He just looks as good as ever. As good as ever, and that is
76.
saying something, isn't it? All the things he's achieved. Must be in a hurry, taking 2 pots at a time.
78. Mark Williams, 78, and the finish.
The city of Manchester proudly boasts 2 orchestras. Mark Williams is playing like a symphony orchestra, hitting all the right.
Take your seats quickly, please.
Ronnie Sullivan yet to win a
Thank
frame
you. Frame
in the
15.
session.
Ronnie Sullivan to break.
If he doesn't win this one, it's over. But just a cautionary tale for all you fans of Mark Williams, of which there are many. He has lost a ranking event final. 10-9 from 9-5 up before. UK Championship against John Higgins. And in one of those frames, Higgins needed a snooker. So don't completely discount a full-scale O'Sullivan comeback just yet.
Yes, and I always think back a couple of years ago, this Tour Championship, when John Higgins was involved in one of those matches that was even further. This time he was in front 9-4. Neil Robertson pipped him, so it isn't over. But if Mark Williams keeps knocking everything in, it will be. Because he's not making any errors. That's O'Sullivan's biggest problem. No, this time O'Sullivan's safety shot did not really threaten. Unusually slightly ill-directed and got the pace wrong. He'll be annoyed about that because at this level you can actually get an advantage from hand on the table, the shot he had. Can't afford any more errors, of course, now. Unusual with the 3 bolt colours down the centre. It's quite a little bit more difficult to actually get the cue ball behind one of them, because if you do, there's a big target down the centre of the table and it would be troublesome. Now here's an opportunity to slip in behind yellow and green. No, he's misjudged it too. Although it's perfectly weighted.
1.
The white weaved its way through all of the traffic. The shot I'll remember from this tournament was a green he knocked in early in that extraordinary clearance against Tom Ford.
5.
That one was also a pressure ball. Is he in to win?
Well, it's been magnificent tonight, and he's
10.
ever since that Sullivan easy red missed the right corner. That's been 200 points in favour.
11.
Sullivan has had nothing to go at. A lot of time to reflect on things.
$16.
However, pink and black not easy to get on. Clearly the pinks have completely blocked off. Black is mostly. Can't assume he's just going to keep
70.
potting difficult balls until they shake hands. Not that easy a table. He might be able to free the pink here. Might take that risk to make things a little easier if he could achieve it. No, he picked off the lone red.
22. $23.
Just caught that red slightly too thick, even though he potted it, and that's why the cue ball did not make the desired journey.
Well, if he could win the frame here, it'd be
28.
quite something. Because the balls aren't really there. Certainly not the colours.
29.
He's playing magnificent, isn't he? He really is. He's in one very special place mentally. That bubble of concentration. Now, here's the shot that might free the black. The red
34.
above it to free the red to the right of it. Mm,
35.
not achieved properly. Never got into the cue ball. Needs to zip it across a little more. Big moment this. If he achieves this shot, he's probably going to take him very close to the winning line.
And when you're inhabiting the zone like Mark Williams is, any kind of misjudgment is annoying.
Mark Williams, 35.
He's giving nothing there. Now that is a better safety shot from Sullivan. This time he has found the centre of the table. Last couple of shots have just turned the balance slightly for the first time in frames. I mean, look at that for a shot, though. What a shot.
It's demoralising for Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's like a shot that another Mark Selby would be proud to pull off, and he's perhaps the best in that department.
Hold on a minute.
big fluke because he has on the yellow at the angle if he wants to take out the 4 reds here. Whether he plays it or not, I don't know. So that's what he's tried. Oh, wow, that is criminal.
Sullivan won.
That is criminal.
Mark
I mean, I
Williams
don't
4.
know whether there might have been any kind of a plant there or what. Let's have a look at this now. No, he couldn't have seen that. That just didn't. That just appeared. It was not a set to the right corner that he didn't notice and could have avoided. He could do no more there, O'Sullivan. He completely hit the jackpot right in the target with no reward.
The only saving grace, if that is the appropriate phrase, was that he didn't leave an easy red. Had he done so, it could have been curtains.
No, but maybe there's that horrible feeling that it isn't going to be his night, having seen that happen as well. This is a tough shot, especially when you had no table time. Yeah, critical time. I mean, he could always play that right-hand red for safety, but he doesn't really want to bring it into play. So he's got another shot that he can play. He's got a red that he can take on. But he knows it's dangerous, and he feels that should he miss it, he undoes a lot of good that he's already done in this frame. He might feel if he plays it to pot, it's got to go in. Doesn't seem to be missing very much at all, though. That's the point. He broke down in position earlier on that black, the cannon. They're all going smack in the middle of the pocket.
He was a little higher on that shot than normal because the green was a hindrance. At least he's knocked another red safe, and given that he's 39 ahead, that's obviously to his advantage.
Going to try and get the yellow safe now as well. On the left cushion. He hasn't quite done.
Mark Williams 1.
Well, the crowd want O'Sullivan, but he's not getting anything. Feeding off scraps. Well, he's been so accurate on these sort of shots, but you know, it's extremely difficult, this hand on cushion. Can he keep knocking these shots in? Well, he's human, that we've discovered.
There was movement on that as well.
That will do, thank you.
Well, he didn't even take his time on that shot. He got down and hit it. Out of sync, out of rhythm. So So he does get somehow another chance. The collywobbles
You
have
gotta
set
stop
him.
shouting. You're pulling players off. Thank you.
He looks uncomfortable about something out there, O'Sullivan.
1. Six.
Still a way back into this match, but it's going to have to happen right now. Body language isn't telling me it's about to happen.
7.
It's a horrid table to solve. And for the second time this evening, he's left a pot
Ronnie Sullivan,
short
12.
of the target. In frame 11, it was a red to the middle pocket. Now Williams gets in again. O'Sullivan's timing is clearly askew.
Needs a colour with this.
7.
These are tough reds, but Williams lines them up pretty well. Not this time.
Mark
The
Williams,
winning line
7.
is the winning line, isn't it? No matter who you are, and you've still got to get over it.
And I'll tell you what, I bet Mark Williams wishes he had put the yellow safe when he attempted it a while ago.
Well, he's kind of in between here.
6.
Yes, he's on the red. The interesting thing is, you just check to see if it goes to the top left. So he must have played on it in to the middle. And he's going to have to play it across there, I think.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Well, he's not thinking about cutting this in, is he? It looks mightily thin. Don't think that's on. Don't know if he could double it to right middle or whether he just wants to play a great safety shot. He's played the double. He's got it. To be honest with you, the last few shots, O'Sullivan, his spirit looks to have been broken by Williams. You've seen it for a frame or so.
Mark Williams, 1.
29 in front, 27 on. O'Sullivan needs one snooker. But Neil's hit the nail on the head, as he normally does. O'Sullivan, dispirited, crestfallen. And now surely beaten. Indeed, it was a cracking final. The final frame, that was the epitome of scrappy. But Mark Williams will not be bothered in the slightest. Ronnie O'Sullivan's had a great season, but he didn't have, apart from 4 frames this afternoon, a great final. They call him Willow. He's not a weeping willow tonight. He's absolutely over the moon, and with every justification. Let's go down to Rob on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have another round of applause for 2 of our sport's all-time greats. Ronnie, we very rarely see you lose in major finals. It's been more than 2 years, and it's taken a great to deny you a 6th title of the season.
Listen, I think he's been the best player, most consistent player for the last 5 years. The way he's been hitting the ball, very rarely does he play a poor match. The way he's played this week, the way he played tonight. Yeah, he's just an amazing player, really. He's so talented. And now he seems, I think he's better now than he's ever been, to be honest with you. I mean, he's so compact. He's got Lee Walker he works very hard with. He just seems so strong, you know, and I tried. I give it everything I did this afternoon to stay in the match, but he's just so consistent and so strong, and yeah, you might, you know, get the better in one session, but if you don't keep playing top-level snooker, he'll just eat you alive. So, you know, I think I've done well to get 5 frames today, to be honest with you.
And you mentioned this afternoon, the way you played after the mid-session break was magnificent to forge the lead coming into tonight.
Yeah, well, I knew I had to do something, you know, and so, you know, I just put everything into it. But then to keep trying to put everything into it, it's not easy, you know. The game has to come pretty comfortable, pretty easy. And like I said, for the last 5 years, Mark seems to be doing that better than anybody. I think if he was to dedicate his whole life to it, he'd probably be #1 in the world, but he doesn't. He likes to play golf and chill out and enjoy his life. But, you know, but he still don't do bad for someone that just plays about the sport, you know. So, no, listen, he's a deserved winner, a fantastic player, probably the most talented snooker player I've ever seen, and he deserves his victory.
And a word spoken with the grace of a champion. And a word on the crowd here in Manchester, Ronnie. I think it's fair to say we've all loved coming here after Hull last year.
They've been terrible this week, haven't they? No, I tell you what, they're you know, London's very vocal. London's very vocal, but this is close. You know, they really get behind the players. They really supported this tournament unbelievably well, and hopefully it's here to stay. It's a great venue, great place. Love coming here. So hopefully it stays here, and come back for many more years to come.
Ronnie, thank you very much indeed, and the best of luck at the World Championship. Your runner-up, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Mark Williams, tour champion. You're still quite good at this, despite what you say.
Yeah, not bad. I played well all day. I was 3-1 up, and then I went 5-3 down. He played unbelievable, and I thought sometimes you just got to hold your hands up, and you're just too good. But tonight, you know, I took it to him. I played well, and you know, it's nice to have the family up here. He comes everywhere. These two only come up to watch Ronnie, to be honest with you. They say they support me, but they ain't really. But, I mean, the crowd has been fantastic all week. Give everybody great support, and thanks to everybody. I can't believe I won, to be honest.
And look, I can tell there's a little bit of emotion there, Mark. You're such a nice guy. And the week has been spellbinding. You sat down in that first pre-match interview and said, I'm jet-lagged, I've got back from China having played pool. You then produced one of the greatest clearances we've ever seen to win the decider against Tom Ford, and you've beaten the world's #1, 2 and 3 to land this tour championship. It's been magnificent from you this week.
Yeah, it's not bad for a part-timer. I'm a part-time pool player now. But, yeah, what can I say? I mean, I never thought I was going to win tournaments at 48. I'm 49 now, and I just won another one, so who knows? The World Championship's around the corner. He's the man to beat. You never know. I'll try my best.
And Mark, it's not the same as winning 3 world titles, but bearing in mind how you've done it, who you've beaten, and in front of this great crowd, how close is this to the top of all your now 26 ranking titles? It's got to be up there somewhere.
Yeah, it's up there. I think, like Ronnie said, I think I'm a better all-round player now than I've ever been, I think. Considering I don't practice that much, to be honest, but, you know, I just try my absolute nuts off. There you go. Yeah. Look. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much. I'm just absolutely over the moon. And to have all the family up here as well to watch is brilliant. I mean, I beat Judd Trump, Mark Allen, Ronnie O'Sullivan, 3 best players in the world. I haven't done it the easy way, and, you know, I've won, not easy, but I've won, you know, quite well.
Mark, I know you don't like people saying this, but you are one of the all-time greats, and you've proved it again tonight. Your champion, Mark Williams.
Will you please now welcome your presentation party, the CEO of WST, Simon Brownell, and Megan Esmond, the marketing director from Johnson.